Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. South Texas, Rockport to be specific, about 25 miles north of Corpus Christi. And that is ice. Ice in the saltwater wetlands overlooking Copano Bay. And we got some pretty skies today. At least if we face this direction, basically looking, I want to say west for the most part, northwest. Very interesting cloud cover. So last night, I believe, was the coldest night I ever spent in the back of my truck. Now I know other channels that are more up north, way colder than what I went through last night. But I've been down here in South Texas, literally sweating my butt off. Not literally, my butt doesn't fall off, but you can imagine how hot and humid it gets in South Texas. 8-9 months out of the year, 10 months out of the year. So this is the coldest night for me. I don't have a little buddy. I don't have reflectix on my windows. Is that what it's called? Reflectix? To help keep the heat in. What I do have is a blanket, a comforter, and I got a nice sleeping bag that my buddy Drew and his wife Liz sent me probably about 2 years ago. And now it was colder 2 nights ago, but I spent that in the front of the truck. I'm going to put that window up. But last night I was just exhausted. I hadn't slept well. Said I'm going for the back of the truck. I do want to thank my buddy Mark. Mark, about 10 p.m., dropped me off a burger and fries from Dairy Queen. Mark and his son Elijah, thank you. So that was awesome of you guys, and of course some hot food helped. So here's one for Mark and Elijah. There you go. Goat's a little cold too. I think last night it was in the low 20s, like 21 or 22. And I haven't even gotten in my sleeping bag yet. I put that on top of me. When I first got in the truck, okay, I put the sleeping bag on top of me, then put the comforter, then the blanket, and I use that more for my arms and head. I took my hat off, my wool hat, and pulled my hoodie up and made that real small, and I kept my gloves on except when I needed use of my hands. There's that little secret path if you guys ever come over here. And that's Copano Bay. It's not much of a secret, especially since I'm talking about it on YouTube, but you get it. And I found within a few minutes, I had kept my sneakers on. And I always did that before when it got cold, but apparently my feet were just like a little bit damp, my socks. And I could feel my feet just starting to get a little funky. So I kicked my shoes off, and within, I'm going to say, a half hour, my socks dried, and no problems for the rest of the night. Whenever I did wake up during the night, I was like, okay, I still got my toes, nothing stiff or anything, that's good. And nothing stiff on me, guys. Not at 60 years old. My toes and my fingers are all good. Any Doogie Howser. My my fingers were all good, and went to the bathroom a few times during the night. Woke up each time, which is a bonus when you're 60. And no problems at all. This morning when I got up and I was getting ready to get out of the back of the truck, I by the time I got to the front, say within 10 minutes, my hands were really numb. So it definitely was cold. Oddly enough, none of the water bottles, even the small water bottles I have in the back of the truck and the front of the truck, haven't frozen yet. And I'm not sure why, because it's certainly been below freezing, especially in the back of the truck. I don't know why they wouldn't freeze. Currently at 10:23 p.m. It is 29 degrees. I think they said the high is going to be 41 in Rockport, which will be nice. The wind is 15 miles an hour directly out of the north, and the wind chill is at 18 degrees. And it feels a lot better than yesterday, and just having that little bit of sunshine in the air helps a lot. I did want to say hi to Dennis and Terence. I saw them again yesterday at Rockport Beach quickly. None of us were willing to have our windows down too long to have a conversation. But it was very nice to see Dennis and Terence yesterday. And I got a joke, oddly enough, from a guy named Dennis. Dennis and Terence, I don't know your last name. I don't know if that's the same Dennis. And it wasn't me. But Dennis sent a joke. Did you hear about the frog that parked illegally? Oh, what happened? He got towed. Thank you, Dennis. I also want to say thank you to Carolyn. I had a senior moment for a second there. Caution, shallow water. Carolyn sent me a nice gift through Venmo. Thank you very much, Carolyn. That was very kind of you, friend, and I know you've done it before. And I appreciate it. The main reason I wanted to sleep in the back of the truck last night, just to be comfortable, and I was fully aware that I would probably have to give up on that idea and get in the front of the truck. But oddly enough, all night long I kept warm. And I mean comfortable, like not even close to being cold. So it's good to know. It's good to know what my capabilities are. We're going to be looking directly north and the wind's going to get a little worse, so I hope it's not affecting the microphone too bad, guys. But the wind is pushing those waves in Copano Bay. There's the causeway going over to Lamar and Holiday Beach. Good morning, Lamar. Good morning, Holiday Beach. My buddy Mike sent me a little heater, a little 12-volt heater that I could plug into my Jackery. And it's small. I'm going to have to show it in a different video, but it's about the size of a handheld hair dryer, but just the nozzle part. Now, I let it run twice for about 5 minutes, and it's not enough to heat the back of the truck. And it also used up each time. Every minute uses about 1% of my Jackery. So even if I ran it all night, it would last roughly an hour and 40 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. But what I did find it useful for, I plugged it in and experimented with it, and when I put it under my sleeping bag, my bottom cover, it did warm the air in there real quick. So I think what I'll do tonight is, when my blankets are in the back all day, they're going to be cold when I go to get in them tonight. I'll run that under, put the blankets on top of me and run the heater under them for 5 minutes, and just to get some heat under there and allow my body to do the rest. So thank you, Mike. Mike and I were both skeptical if that would do much, but I think it's useful, Mike. It's not going to heat the back, but to use it as I found out I could use it for, I'm really happy with it, so thank you. Well, guys, Luciano has plans for me today. I'm going to take him I'm going to drive him. I'm not in the mood to go in. There's going to be people. China A Buffet. And if they are open tomorrow, I might even go in. I don't know. There are other food options today. At whatever temperature it is, I don't feel like cooking on my tailgate because it's cold. But tomorrow, the only thing open in town as far as restaurants that I know of are China A, and that's a maybe. We'll verify that this afternoon. And I always butcher this name, Tuscan Burgers. And I ate there 2 Christmases ago. By the way, right here on the right is the entrance to, Rockport Cottage Company, where we did a video from a few days ago. And I also, as a final thing, want to say that Fulton Community Church in Fulton, the last few nights has had what they call a warming center. They open at 5 p.m. If you're in need of it and you're going to use it, or you're going to pass on the information to maybe someone who does, I would check their Facebook page or give them a call and see exactly what's going on. But I believe it's a place you can stay overnight, and several people had left messages on my other videos, but I believe they have cots and blankets there, and if you just need a warm place to go. So check out Fulton Community Church. They do a lot for the community there, so when they named themselves Fulton Community Church, they did the right thing. Guys, Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and you get to spend time with loved ones. Or if you're like me, you hope your loved ones just leave you alone. Thanks for riding along today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.